Hi, it's Chris again. Here to catch y'all up on some of the things with medical school and some of y'all's questions that's been piling up in my inbox. First of all, I want to say happy late Thanksgiving and holidays to everyone. I know that's kind of late, but things have been pretty crazy here, so I haven't been able to keep up with making videos and answering your questions. I know a few of y'all have been waiting for me to answer some different questions that y'all have asked me, so I'm going to try to get to those this week. The way this is going to work with me catching up is I have about 5 different topics to talk about. So I'm going to try to catch up on all of them this week and do 3 videos to catch up on those. So just be watching for those over the next few days. This being the first one, and there being 2 more that follow after this one. For today, I'm going to answer 2 questions that I can answer at one time. That might be a little bit easier to do, and they're kind of related. So we'll get started on that in a second. First of all, to give you a little update of what's going on in medical school right now, we're studying for our last exam, exam 4 for module 1. So what we're going to be doing in this exam is we're studying cancer, autoimmune diseases, T cells, and pharmacology and signal transduction. So that basically comes down to being 2 courses, course 2 and course 4. This exam, I think they said it's about half of the grades for both of the courses, so it's a very important exam, so it's very important to do well, but I think it should go well. We've taken our last quiz and we've done all that kind of stuff and finished up with that. Um, Basically, the semester is coming to an end and we're getting ready to wrap it up and then go home for a holiday, and that'll be nice. Some other stuff happening around here that is kind of cool is that um, well, it's almost Christmas time, so it's getting cold outside, which that's always fun. It actually snowed here in Shreveport. That might be hard to uh, I don't know, imagine that can happen, but it did snow here in Shreveport just a little bit, not a whole lot, but it definitely did snow. Um, Speaking of snow, something that's cool that's going on that's kind of related to that, because I'm going to get to see more of it, is that recently I found out that I am definitely going to be training for Princeton Review to teach OChem in the fall or spring. So what that means is they're going to train me over Christmas holidays right after we get out of school in a few weekends to to do OChem. So they were gonna try to train me down here, which would have been nice if I could train somewhere closer. But they're gonna be flying me to New York to train, so that'd be cool. I'll get to see some snow. I've never actually seen large amounts of snow in person before. I've always just seen pictures and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. Gonna be going to around the Buffalo area. So I've heard it's really cold up there, so that should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Getting trained to do OChem stuff, which I like OChem a lot. Um, let's see, what else do we got going on? So that's what's going on right now. Update just in my personal life that all that's going on. Um, let's see, we're in the process of looking for a puppy because we definitely like to get a puppy for my apartment and Michelle's apartment, just so we could both have a puppy to share one. So we're looking for that. We were looking for, and we would like to get a French bulldog. I don't know if we're gonna find one, but just any kind of a small dog that could go around the apartment, that wouldn't be too big of a problem. Anyway, so that's everything going on personally with me for medical school. Everything's going well. Oh, in addition to that, I wanted to give a congratulations out to those of you that have gotten into medical school from your interviews. Heard back from several people about interviews at various places that they've gotten their acceptances. I know Texas either has or is very close to releasing their first matches for all their public medical schools. Also, a congratulations to my friend David from my friend David from Baylor. David interviewed here in Shreveport a few weeks ago, and I've heard from him that he's definitely gotten in. So congratulations to you, man. Hope you choose Shreveport. That would be nice. No, but anywhere you decide to go is the right choice for you. But you know, just congratulations to you, man. I just wanted to say that for you. See. All right, so let's get to the questions. First of these questions is comes from someone wanting to know, one, how hard is medical school, or how hard is it really? How many hours do you study a day to keep up? What should I know before I go to medical school? Um, how do I know if I'm going to be good at it or if I'm going to get myself kicked out in a year or two? Okay, so this is the first question. Let's go through and answer this one pretty quick. How hard is it really? As hard as they tell you it's going to be. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff to keep up with. If you do keep up and set a pace for yourself and study every day the same consistent amount, you'll do just fine. How many hours a day do I study? Um, Depends on what we're going over in class to keep up. Um, Minimum of like 5.5 or 6 hours. When we have a heavier week, it can get up to 7 hours a day of studying. Uh, Obviously, for this exam week, this week, I have about 12 lectures that I want to go over each day, and then go over them all over again this weekend. So it's going to be easily a 10 to 12 hour study day every day this week. So it's a lot of work. Whenever they tell you it's hard, you don't just breeze through it unless you're some kind of genius, which I wish that was me because then I'd have more time. But it's not, so you just make do with what you can do. What should I know before I go into medical school? Know what you're getting yourself into. You're getting yourself into a lot of work, and make sure you have the dedication to be able to follow through with it. What you know for medical school? The things in those basic classes they want you to take: biology, chemistry, organic chemistry, physics. Know a lot of heavy science stuff, guys. So it's all revolving around. And you don't have to worry about knowing specific classes if you're worried about like knowing specific points in different classes, because they're going to teach it to you all over again in excruciating detail. So just make sure that you can understand the science part of it, and you should be fine. How do I know I'll be good at it? You don't really know you're going to be good at it until you get here. But I can tell you that if they do let you into medical school, if the admissions committee calls you for an interview and takes you into the medical school, then you're good enough for them on paper. And if you're good enough for them on paper, that means your scores have been good enough. And if you get in, they have the utmost confidence in you that you're going to complete it. Because the thing is they lose money if they let you in and you drop out, because they can't refill that spot. Once that spot's empty, it stays empty for the rest of the 4 years. So that's a good way to know. If you get in, pretty much they're sure you can do it. It's just if you can push yourself to do it. Question 4 is talking about biochemistry. A lot of you hear this a lot whenever you're an undergrad, that if you major in biochemistry, that you can really get at it and rock and roll in medical school, is what the question that I was asked is about. Yes and no. Biochemistry in undergrad definitely helps out a lot. I took biochemistry. I wish I would have taken Biochem 2 or CellPhys, which at Baylor were one and the same thing almost. But I didn't. But you can make it without it, but it does make it a whole lot easier if you're already exposed to that. Biochemistry, I've felt this semester has been the hardest thing that we've done. Just because it can get pretty involved at times, and if you've already seen it, that's always nice. If you can say, oh, look, I've seen this before, I know what this is talking about. But I wouldn't say that if you've had biochemistry in college that you're guaranteed to get straight A's in medical school. It's still a lot of work, but it definitely would help. I hope that answered that question. I don't really know exactly how else to answer that one. Let's see. What else do we want to do today while I have 2 minutes left to talk to you? Let's see. Random medical fact of the week. This should always be fun. I've gotten some good responses from this, so y'all like this. So, random medical fact of the week is that almost anything and everything you do in your body that's required for essential things of life and for any behaviors that you do and all sorts of things are regulated by G protein link receptors. That's where a ligand comes in, binds to the receptor. It causes G proteins to transduce a signal through the cell, second messengers, and continues on. Since G proteins are so important, basically they're required for anything and everything you do, and that's why they make up for a huge number of the drugs are acting on G proteins that are prescribed in the clinic. So G protein receptors are important for everything you do. If you see something and you want to remember it, that's related to it. If you actually, this is funny. One of our teachers said this is that if you see someone that you like, a girl or a guy that you like, and you have a response to that, like from like pheromones or something scientific, that you have a response to it like that, that's coupled by G protein receptors. So instead of saying I love you to someone, you could say I G protein receptor you. That's also the joke of the day. So anyway, that's it. Stay tuned for more videos, because I am going to be posting some more, one tomorrow and hopefully one the next day, explaining some other answers to questions. And that's about it. Good luck, guys, with all your finals, and I'll talk to y'all later.